Hello there guys, and welcome back again here to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, I'll be sharing you my ultimate Gates of Hell SHURA build for PvP and grinding. With this build, I can say it's quite decent because it allows you to deal massive damage in PvE context. However, it's not as great compared to other jobs like Mechanic, placing it in the mid-tier category. However, if we are going to talk about PvP, the problem with this build when using Gates of Hell is that it can easily be absorbed. I don't know if there's a lot of bugs happening, but one thing is for sure, it's still good for PvP, but there is requirements to be effective. That involves waiting for your teammates to destroy the PvP ward. Only after this can you effectively deal damage, and you do this by initiating with a SHURA to trigger the Sigils or PvP ward if any are still active, then concluding the assault with Gates of Hell. Of course, this is just a suggestion, but if you see an opportunity, you can always charge 5 seconds and then use Gates of Hell immediately. But before we move into the video, I just want to give you a heads up that we are still providing pilot services, discounted top up. If you are interested, you can message me on my Discord channel. I will put a link on the description below, and you can also follow me and subscribe to my channel. It will really means a lot to me. So without further ado, let's get started. Here is my test damage with full HP bar. In this damage test, I'm not using foods or any buffs, and I'm still missing the other talent, so it will still increase. As you can see here, I can still reach 1.1 billion, but it's still not enough to penetrate PvP ward. And here is my test damage with almost 10% of my max HP. For stats allocation, I max out STR for added attack power, then I distribute points into Dex and Luck so I can gain additional plus 30 attack power. I just balance it out so I can get plus 15 from Dex and plus 15 from Luck. For Nebula path, I'm currently using Combo Master, which provides additional attack when my meter gauge reaches 40. It's located in tier level 20 of Nebula path and is recommended if you want to boost the damage of your Gates of Hell. I still prefer the Gates of Hell Nebula in PvP because I can get a lot of damage reduction. Additionally, when it reaches level 100, I can gain Endure, so my Burning Will skill will not be cancelled when casting. So just to make it simple, Combo Master to increase Gates of Hell, and Gates of Hell Nebula if you want to utilize Burning Power. For the Nexus engine, the best talent that we can get are Force Awakened, providing an additional 20% attack power. Then second is Force Punch to increase damage by 200%, and Racing Pulse to increase our damage when missing 10% of our max HP. For skill point allocation, you can simply copy or mimic this build. This is for the enchantment that I used earlier when I tested it on the dummy target. These are my recommended cards, and for the weapon, you can always use different kinds of racial and elemental cards depending on the target. And when it comes to accessories, it's much better to use Grove card for added neutral damage. Additionally, you can also use Mantis cards because they provide STR plus attack damage. Now let's talk about which armor set is the best. If you are a subscriber or silent viewer of my live stream, you know that we already conducted many tests to identify which armor set gives more damage. And the result is that tier set armor is the most powerful compared to Master of Magic and Charleston, and the gap is quite big. For Baros cores, the best cores that you can use are damage cores like Bloodthirst, Ascetic, Mana Length Reversal. Additionally, its Manas, Holy Light Shield is highly effective as for the one that I'm using. And I don't recommend Core Overload because it may lower your damage and its chances. You know, losing 15% means millions to you, although it can increase significantly. It's advisable only for spammable skill, not for those used only once every 10 seconds. For feathers, I highly recommend using Day, Sky, Space, and Time so you can get significant ignore P depth and deal more damage. As for the defense, I'm considering switching to Truth Feathers to maximize my damage, but I'll keep my Virtue Feathers for now. In terms of PvP, what I highly recommend is to use Day Feathers rather than the Sky because Day provides more ignore P depth than Sky Feathers. These are the sigils that I used earlier when I conducted the test. The sigils that I'm using right now is Meteor, Megaton Bash, Impale, and Choice of Mace. In terms of PvP, what I highly recommend is get Defensive Sigil, which provide PvP damage reduction. It will be beneficial to you especially when you're still in the charging state. In terms of grinding, this is the best spot that you can get. It can easily eliminate all the alligators in one hit. So this concludes our video. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to click the subscribe button to get more updates on my SHURA build. This is not the end of it because I'll be posting weekly updates on my build. Additionally, I'll be uploading 2 more guides, one on combos and the other one on the hybrid build. So make sure to check those out. And again guys, see you on my next video.